On today's Did You Know show, we are talking about the most expensive sold homes in both Stockton and Lodi for September 2022.
All right, we're starting off today's video in the city of Stockton, and the most expensive sold home was found at 3614 Country Club Boulevard, which is just down the street from the private country club and golf course there, so a really exclusive area of town. This home was really unique. It was a waterfront home on the Delta. The entire property was found on 2 acres of land there. And this was a massive, big house built in 2006. It had 8,557 square feet, total of 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms with an additional guest house. So lots of room to roam if you have a big family or whatnot, but it had a dock for the Delta to access all the deep water channels there, personal sauna, library, a game room. It was like almost a resort type feel. Don't have a ton of pictures here, but you can get a sense from the aerial views, the compound and the nature of it. Julie, get into the sale because this was a unique one here in Stockton.
Yeah, it sure was. And we kind of discussed this. This will likely be the most expensive sold home of the year. It is in the $3 million. So the list price was $3,399,000, and it ultimately sold for $3,150,000.
Wow.
An interesting fact about this property is it appears that the seller was trying to sell it for a few years now. Actually, at one point in time last year, it was listed for $4.2 million. So they were finally successful and again sold the property for $3.15 million. It was on the market for 239 days, and it ultimately received one offer. That's all it takes, like we say.
All it takes.
It was not cash this month. It was conventional financing by the buyer. But again, that is the most expensive sold home in Stockton for last month.
Yeah, quite a unique home here in Stockton. But now let's get into the most expensive sold home in the city of Lodi.
So Lodi's most expensive sold home for the month takes us out once again to wine country. This particular property was located at 10320 East Kettleman Lane in Lodi. This is on Lodi's wine trail on 15.68 acres. There's vineyards surrounding this property. The home is 5 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, and 4,308 square feet, built in 1999. This is a pretty fantastic home. It has a wraparound porch which overlooks the vineyard. This type of property is actually really conducive to entertaining and family gatherings, even multi-generational living. So it is a single level home, but it has the perk of an additional separate loft, which is bright and roomy, tall ceilings. The property also includes a beautiful pool with pool house, which can be used for remote work, a home office, or a gym. So many possibilities with this particular space. David, why don't you tell us more about the sale of the home?
Absolutely, yeah, this is a beautiful house. 2 things I really like about it is the solar heated pool to be used year round, hopefully. And it also has great possibilities because it does have an outbuilding which is on the driveway, and it says here that potentially somebody can turn this into like a tasting room property.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So this could be a future winery coming to Lodi. But besides that, let's get into the sale of the home here. It was originally listed for $2,250,000. It did take a little bit longer to sell. It was on the market for 212 days before it got an offer. Just got one offer. The buyer used a conventional loan, so they probably had a sizable down payment. But it ultimately sold for $2,080,000. So that's roughly 7-8% off the sales price. But certainly it got a nice new buyer for this property, and we'll call it a compound. 15 acres is a nice piece of land. So I'll ask the question, we do it every single month. Julie, of the 2 homes, the Lodi most expensive sold home or the Stockton one, which would you go with? And let's see if we can break the tie of not being the same.
Yeah, I mean, I would call them both compounds. I think I'm going to go back to Lodi this month. This place does have a pool, which is nice. If I was big into boating, which I do enjoy, I'd probably definitely jump on that Delta property, which is amazing, but I'm going to go with Lodi.
Yeah, being a wine lover myself, I'm going to also choose Lodi this month as well.
We agree again.
We agree. Wine, pool, fireplace, fire pit. You got me sold. So Guys, thanks so much for watching this month's most expensive sold homes here in Stockton and Lodi. Hit that subscribe button down below as we're doing shows each and every week. So we'll see you next week.